we'll see Jalen Hurts, as he's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Eagles and the Texans on Thursday night primetime.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Tonight, we start Week 9 with a prime-time matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Houston Texans. From Houston. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, here's Mills. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That's pulled in at the 32. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts. In motion right is Watkins. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another carry for Pierce. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Mills. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be Devontae Smith. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw is Mills. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mills. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. In motion right is Watkins. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. In motion right is Watkins. Play action. Here's Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go play action with Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now, the Eagles and Texans, polar opposites last year in terms of running the football. The Eagles were #1 in the league. The Texans, 32nd, dead last. And, in fact, the Eagles ran for nearly twice as many yards as the Texans did in 2021. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you've got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. In motion right is Watkins. Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Hurts sets up to throw it. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Devontae Smith. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. first down throw from Mills. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
On 2nd and 10, Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Third and long for Mills. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Hassan Reddick, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A terrific return, 30 yards all in all. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
At the Texans' 23-yard line. Cowboys! 19 takes.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. We are in for a good one as we're through one. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. Elliott now to kick this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Houston set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Mills throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Mills now from the 50. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mills. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. There he goes left side. The 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe. But I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Texans back out there and ready to go.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. James Bradbury running in and finishing that play on the corner blitz. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mills under pressure. They got him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler.
On 1st down, Hurts. Smith brings it in, going across the middle.
A gain of 18 on the play. And an Eagle 1st down.
In motion right is Watkins. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Panther 50, Panther 50. Panther 11, Panther 11.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Touchdown number 7. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And now out comes Houston. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever...
Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And the Eagles just continue to roll. Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
56, Texans.
Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mills. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
Mills. That's caught. It's Chris Moore. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pierce gets this one running right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Mills now. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Going for it with Pierce. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Come 19! Come 19! Nothing 19! Go street!
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 49 yards. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
63.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switching.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on second and long. Mills looking for the out route, and he's got more. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Mills from the gun on third down.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense.
He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has shown up time and time again.
He was defended by Jalen Petrie.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown. Second touchdown game, number 8 of the season. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half. They wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Elliott good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Texans nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Mills throw taken in there by Cooks.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Mills on first down.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mills.
That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and they will remain well behind.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
They'll throw now on the final play. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete.
So we've reached halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Eagles offense, and A.J. Brown headed back out there.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Going for it all. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 28 yards.
And the Eagles have got it on cruise control.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their own 25-yard line.
From the gun, here's Mills. Cooks on the quick slant.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Looking to throw is Mills.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith.
For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things, but take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown!
Devontae Smith.
Touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Eagles extend their lead yet again.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Texans nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Houston set to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Mills. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
And the Texans set to come onto the field.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Here's Mills. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Eagles' 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
To throw, Mills. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
They'll run here with Pierce.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Now Mills.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. O.J. Howard, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Texans are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown, 85 yards. And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. 1-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And now out comes Houston. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind him. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Third and long for Mills. To the right side, and he's got more complete. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night match. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown.
Devontae Smith,
81 yards.
And the Eagles are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
To try again after the sack.
Mills. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. After the pick 6 a moment ago, here's Mills again.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Mills. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Hassan Reddick in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down.
Throwing, Mills.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. No, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5.
He's going deep for Brown, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. In motion right is Watkins. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to get this.
First down, Eagles.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And this one is incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and you're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
In motion right is Watkins.
They go play action with Hurts.
This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful for the yard out.
And the Eagles add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
And here comes the Texans now.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Hassan Reddick, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. He's got room past the 30, and they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. A first down throw for Mills. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So for Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Mills. Right side, complete to Mechie. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Mills to the air again. Mills hit, and he loses the ball. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Mills to throw it. And he's going to go down again. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. This is taken at the 10. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard 8-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
70 Rangers.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This is not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low positive.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Mills throw here into the hands of Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Mills on 1st down. This ball caught by Mechie. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so was this one. 2 big plays plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. They tried to get away, but to no avail, and an absolute killer there. A 12-yard loss on 1st and goal.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean,